Hey, are you planning to invest in NFT or non-fungible tokens, which is the craziest investment vehicle now in the internet? So my advice to you is you should know the most important things first, which is number one, what is a blockchain? Number two, you should know what is cryptocurrency. And number three, what is a smart contract. Stick around in this video. I'm going to discuss to you everything in detail, and let's dive into the video.
What is a blockchain? A blockchain works like a large book or registry on the internet. This registry, also called a public ledger, keeps track of all transactions. Transactions are permanently recorded on the blockchain. They cannot be edited or deleted. The blockchain is shared between many people. If you change an entry in your personal copy, it won't match everyone else's version, and your edit to the record will be disregarded as invalid. Because every transfer of money is recorded, you know how much money everybody owns at any point in time. So, in summary, the blockchain is a public ledger without a central authority. The technology enables digital transactions that are virtually unhackable and fraud-proof. What is a cryptocurrency? A cryptocurrency is digital money, but there are many others. The big difference between traditional currency, like dollars or euros, is that no single entity has control over it. There's no central bank that can control or print the currency. Cryptocurrency is available at the click of a button all over the world. Anybody can use it simply by installing an app. You don't need to register with bank or a similar payment provider. With crypto, you're in control of your money and can give it to anybody, no matter what time of day it is or to whom you want to send it. Why do we need cryptocurrency? You truly own cryptocurrencies and don't need to rely on somebody else storing it for you, as in the case of keeping money in a bank. This also means you can spend it the way that you see fit. You can choose if you want to do a transaction privately or publicly. Cryptocurrency is accessible to everyone owning a smartphone. We believe cryptocurrencies will be the fair, global money of the future.
Smart contracts are very popular nowadays, but what are they and what problems do they solve? The term smart contract was first used by Nick Szabo in 1997, long before Bitcoin was created. He is a computer scientist, law scholar, and cryptographer, so I'll spare you his exact words, but in simple terms, he wanted to use a distributed ledger to store contracts. Now, smart contracts are just like contracts in the real world. The only difference is that they are completely digital. In fact, a smart contract is actually a tiny computer program that is stored inside of a blockchain. Let's take a look at an example to understand how smart contracts work. You probably are familiar with Kickstarter, the large fundraising platform. Product teams can go to Kickstarter, create a project, set a funding goal, and start collecting money from others who believe in the idea. Kickstarter is essentially a third party that sits in between product teams and supporters. This means that both of them need to trust Kickstarter to handle their money correctly. If the project gets successfully funded, the project team expects Kickstarter to give them their money. On the other hand, supporters want their money to go to the project if it was funded, or to get a refund when it hasn't reached its goals. Both the product team and its supporters have to trust Kickstarter, but with smart contracts, we can build a similar system that doesn't require a third party like Kickstarter. So let's create a smart contract for this. We can program the smart contract so that it holds all the received funds until a certain goal is reached. The supporters of a project can now transfer their money to the smart contract. If the project gets fully funded, the contract automatically passes the money to the creator of the project. And if the project fails to meet these goals, then the money automatically goes back to the supporters. Pretty awesome, right? And because smart contracts are stored inside a blockchain, everything is completely distributed. With this technique, no one is in control of the money. But wait a minute, why should we trust a smart contract? Well, because smart contracts are stored on a blockchain, they inherit some interesting properties. They are immutable and they are distributed. Being immutable means that once a smart contract is created, it can never be changed again. So no one can go behind your back and tamper with the code of your contract. And being distributed means that the output of your contract is validated by everyone on the network. So a single person cannot force the contract to release the funds because other people on the network will spot this attempt and mark it as invalid. Tampering with smart contracts becomes almost impossible. Smart contracts can be applied to many different things, not just on crowdfunding. Banks, for example, could use it to issue loans or to offer automatic payments. Insurance companies could use it to process certain claims, and postal companies could use it for payment on delivery, and so on and so on. So now you might wonder, where and how can I use smart contracts? Well, right now there are a handful of blockchains who support smart contracts, but the biggest one is Ethereum. It was specifically created and designed to support smart contracts. Smart contracts can be programmed in a special programming language called Solidity. This language was specifically created for Ethereum and uses a syntax that resembles JavaScript. It's also worth noting that Bitcoin also has support for smart contracts, although it's a lot more limited compared to Ethereum. So now you know what smart contracts are and what problems they solve.
One of the example is Axie Infinity, which is under smart contract of Ethereum. So Axie Infinity is the most famous play-to-earn game currently in the market. So now let's proceed. What is NFT?
So I'm going to describe what an NFT is in the most basic terms I can. NFT stands for Non-fungible token. Fungible means something is able to be exchanged or substituted and will hold the same value. It's interchangeable, like the dollar, gold, casino chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or frequent flyer loyalty points. If I lend you $10 cash and you return to me 2 $5 banknotes, I'm fine with that because even though they are different, they hold the same total value. They're fungible. So non-fungible obviously means it's an asset that can't be substituted. It has unique attributes that make it different from something else in the same asset class, like a painting, a theatre ticket, a house, a video game skin, a trademark, or a crypto kitty, which was the first real use case to take off on the Ethereum blockchain in 2017. Some of these assets are physical and tangible, and others are digital and intangible. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Token refers to a digital certificate stored on a secure distributed database called a blockchain. So NFTs are digital assets, publicly verifiable intellectual property authenticated on a blockchain. A popular place to currently browse a variety of NFTs is on OpenSea.io. It's an exciting space. I believe the NFT space will continue to grow in the coming years, with some popular use cases being digital art, virtual land, gaming, collectibles, finance, and much more. I thought this was worth explaining because I think we'll be talking a lot more about this in the coming.
So guys, if my explanation in this video not sounds clear in your side, you can go to my channel ICL Finance and try to search my video about blockchain and cryptocurrency. You can have other resources of information that you can get into that video. Just filter out and just directly go to the topic. See you in the next NFT play to earn game, which is Plant versus Undead.